Welcome back, of course, ladies and gentlemen, and again, and again, and again, and again. Our doors are always open to this lovely young lady here, Joshua and Francis. Good morning to you. And we also have Dwayne Simon, who's on Zoom. Good morning to you, Dwayne.
Morning.
And you know, once we're here, it's all about Andre Simon. But Dwayne, let's give an overview of how Saturday fundraiser was.
Yeah, so the fundraiser was good. We definitely would like to say thanks to all the persons that contributed, that came out. We had a lot of sponsors and the artists that came through. They all donated their time, and we're so appreciative of that. So it was a good event.
All right. And just when you're here this morning, and I know this is another part of the fundraising event that you're putting on for the family.
Yes, so on Friday the 17th, we're having a walk/cycleton. The Altain Secondary, JT Ambrose, Liberta, and Coscross Primary, we're all coming together to do a walk/cycleton. And then on Sunday, we are partnering with Wallins Nature Reserve to do a hike, and all proceeds are going to his medical fund.
All right, I love that. And how are things so far with the schools being geared up and getting ready to be on the street, on the road?
I'm ready. When the police called me yesterday, and like, we're on board, and Red Cross called me and say, yes!
Yeah.
Hello, the police was like, okay, it's afternoon now. It's not morning, but it's a good way to start the day. We have definitely some good, everybody that we've reached out to about assisting to getting this event off the road. They have been so supportive, and everybody has been so understanding, because we're all like $500,000 is a lot of money. So a lot of people are on board. Like, we are so thankful for anybody who has said, yes, they're going to contribute. There's so many people. This gentleman yesterday called, like, I'm going to give you guys 10 pounds of plantains so that you can have breakfast this Sunday. The bread shops are like, yes, we're going to give you bread. There's so many people who have said yes, and I cannot say thank you enough. And I'm saying, I've been in contact with the sister and the family, and even on Saturday when I spoke to his brother and he broke down, like, the emotions are so raw with this situation, and it's just us being good humans.
And that's what we're supposed to be doing with each other. So, Dwayne, give us an update on Andre, please.
All right, so Andre is still at he's at Mount St. John still. His condition is still described as unwakefulness responsive syndrome, which is another name for it is vegetative state. That does not mean that he is a vegetable, but it just means that he is unable to respond to commands. But he's trying, and as I shared on Saturday, he seems to respond very well to his son, which is very interesting, because it shows that there is a part of him that can hear, and that is really encouraging, and that is what we're trying to hold on to.
And with all these fundraising events, when everything is together and everything, that's when you guys going to try to get him out of Antigua, Barbuda, right?
Yeah, well, what we're trying to do is we're trying to see if there's any way that we can, instead of having to wait until we reach that number, if there's some way, whether it's a loan, whether it's some person that can front the cost, the upfront cost, and we pay them back, that is something that we're seriously looking at, because that number takes a while to get to. I think we're supposed to be having a meeting with the bank to see if there's any way we can get it up front, or if the government or whoever can help to front that cost up initially, that would be very helpful. Because when you convert US to EC, it just means that it's a little bit more difficult for fundraisers to meet that amount. So it might be easier to get it up front and then just pay it back over time. That is the approach we may have to take.
All right. And just wondering how much it is for folks to participate this weekend in all events.
On Friday's events, it's $10 per person, and on Sunday's events, it's $15 per person. And exactly what he said on Saturday when we were talking, my heart went out to them, because he's like, the biggest issue is finance. And I'm like, I don't know, what is the insurance doing? What are we doing? And I keep saying to people, on the radio, I was on ZDA on Saturday, and I said, transfer the $10. $10 seems like a little bit when it's just the two of us. But if 100,000 of us give that money. We're going to be making something. It's just $10. We just need to give as much as possible. And I've been frank, a lot of people are not in the position to give $100. They're not in the position to give $1,000. We're just leaving from a pandemic. So I'm encouraging people to give $10 because if 1,000 of us give $10, that's $10,000. If 10,000 of us give $10, that's $100,000. So we have to do our part. And I said on the radio, he has left Antigua and Barbuda, and when he was on his bike and he had his flag, he was carrying all of us on his back. And we know that he needs us. We need to carry him. And we need to show people who, especially traveling athletes and stuff, like represent us, that when they need us as a country, we're going to come together and help them out.
What time on Friday?
On Friday, we're starting at 5:30 a.m. We're leaving from JT Ambrose. So you can register at All Saints Secondary, JT, Irene B, Cops Cross, Liberta, at any one of the schools. And we're making our way down to English Harbor playing field. And on Sunday, we're going to be at Wallens Nature Reserve. You make your contribution, and then we're going to be hiking the Long Hill Trail.
All right. And Dwayne, before we let you go, how are you and the family feeling hearing Joshua and other folks out there putting things together to help out with the expenses?
I think Joshua is amazing, and her whole team. I got to get connected with some of her team, and they're really amazing. And I was thinking about it this morning that I've always been in love with Antigua and Barbuda, and I think to see the type of support, I think it's really heartwarming. Very.
All right. Well,
it's one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. To be honest, that support.
All right. Well, we're keeping the family and everybody in prayers, and we'll keep doing our part here at ABS on your end, and we're just gonna keep track of things, bro. All right.
And if I could just add this, add this before, like when he was talking to his son and he was lifting his body up, I was just I don't think we want to underestimate the power of prayer, because I was thinking at that point, like prayer could really wake him up, and we wouldn't have to do all of this, and so I would say let's not underestimate the prayer. I think prayer could do miracles, and if we didn't have to travel, then that would be, it'd be nice. So prayer, that's the message. If prayer can continue too, we really appreciate that.
And we're going to continue praying. All right? Thanks, bro. Joshua, just give them some numbers if folks want to get in contact with you and make a donation still.
So we are going to be walking from the JT Ambrose Primary School to the Liberta playing field on Friday. And on Sunday, we're going to be hiking at Wallens Nature Reserve. You can contact me at 727-2120, or you can reach out to myself or my sister. She's Rafika Atwood. She's over Wallens Nature Reserve, or any of the schools. The police couldn't get us in secondary today, and they called JT. By the time I called back, we were all excited. I'm just saying, the schools are involved. There are people who are ready and willing to participate. And as you said, Ibis, our prayers go out to the family, and just thank you very much for whatever you're doing to make this event possible on the weekend.
And you keep doing what you're doing too. And we're saying thank you to you too, and keep that fire burning. Well, folks, go out, support, make a donation, call the numbers, make things possible. But hey, stay with us right here on ABS Radio, Television, all updates with Andre Simon and anything else that we have here in Antigua, Barbuda. I will be right back.
Give a gift. Help our school get a facelift. 1 gallon, 2 gallons, or even 3 will help it to shine in its beauty. The All Saints Secondary School presents our paint drive on Thursday, 23rd June, 2022, from 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Let us beautify our school for our 60th anniversary. It is all about
our paint drive from possibility to realization.